Jamie, talk us through the final goal. It looked like it kind of opened up pretty quick for you, and I guess there's probably a lot of net you could see as you were coming in. Just talk us through that final goal, what you saw, and how good of a feeling it was once it went in the back of the net.
Yeah, I saw Maritza get the ball down the middle. I know how fast she is on the dribble, so I knew she was going to get around her one defender. She played a great ball right in front of me, right so I could take that first touch, and I just looked up, saw the goalie come out of the net, and knew I could chip it over her far post, and I just knew as soon as I kicked it, it just felt right, and I just knew I turned around and just started sprinting right back to my team to celebrate.
They had lured you guys off sides 4 or 5 times in the first half. Did you make an adjustment, do anything different to make sure you guys were onside there? You had a couple plays in the second half that kind of looked like the one you scored on. Did you guys adjust a little bit?
We just talked about how we had to watch it a little more and making our runs down the line and then cutting behind the defenders instead of just going straight back. So it wasn't too much of a fix that we had to do. It was just holding our runs that 1 second longer because we know on the wings and up top we had the speed to get around them. So just holding that 1 second off, and then we knew we were golden.
Last year we seemed to find ways to lose games like this or settle for the tie in games like this. Tonight you guys get the win. How big is that for confidence going forward?
Oh, it's unreal. We know all the hard work that we've put through and everything, and all the practices we've done, the sprints, the hard work. What we don't like when Jason does sometimes in practice is run us, but it's obviously going to pay off in games like this. We know we can do it now, and so hopefully it never goes to overtime again, but if it does, we know we're going in with lots of confidence and that we can win them.
Seemed like there was a little bit of an intensity in this one. Early on, sometimes you don't have that, but I felt like both teams had a little bit of an intensity, a little bit like a late season game early on. Again, how big is that for you guys to get a game like that early where you have a little bit of intensity to kind of set the tone for the rest of the year?
Yeah, it helps a lot. A team like that winning, I think they've won their conference almost every year the past 5 or 10 years that it's been there. And so we knew they were going to come out hard. They didn't want to lose to us. It was their away preseason game kind of, so we knew how hard they were going to want to come at us. And we just knew it was our first home game. We had all the fans behind us, the people cheering us on and chanting. And we just knew we weren't going to lose this one, so it was fun.
You took a season off and had to sit and watch all last year. Tell us about how good it felt to get back on the turf here at Herb Parker.
Yeah, it felt amazing. Just all last year watching the plays unfold and maybe talking to players, oh, I would have done this, or seeing runs people were making that weren't working. I think I learned a lot from watching the one season, as much as it did kind of bum me out for the whole season, but worked my butt off during spring to get back, and now being back on the field with everyone, giving it my last season, I just knew I'm going to put it all out on the field and leave it there.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we're here with head soccer coach Jason Spain after a thrilling 1-0 victory over Southern Nazarene. Coach, early season game, non-conference opponent, but tough team, constantly at the top of their division. What does it mean to start the season off the way you have here at home?
Oh, it was a great win, a great finish. I'm happy for Jamie to, her senior year, get an overtime win there, in front of her parents. They made it down. We were good in the back. We were tight in the back. We had one breakdown, we'll figure it out. But hats off to our back line. They were solid. Gemma had a great game.
One thing Jamie mentioned is how much conditioning you guys have done in the off season, all the extra sprints and all the extra hills and stadium bleachers, and how at the time they hate it, but in a game like this tonight, they really felt like they were fresh going into overtime. How much do you feel that preparation kind of helps them going deep into games?
It was good, and we did a lot of competitive stuff with fitness penalties in the spring, and Kenny, unbelievable strength coach and fitness, and he did a good job, and our girls are mentally tough, and that was one-way traffic in overtime, and I was proud of them.
Last season you guys kind of got off to a little bit of a bumpy start, and it seemed to shake the confidence early on in the season, and you guys eventually kind of swung around and made the playoffs. Do you feel like your confidence is about the same where it was when you guys got on that streak last year, or possibly?
We're sky high right now. We fully believe we cannot be scored on. The goal of the season is undefeated. We're still undefeated. 2 down, 16 to go. Central Missouri on Saturday. We'll see what happens.
What's going to be the key going into that game against Central Missouri to get another W?
It's nullifying their front runners. They have crazy speed up top, all three of them. They rotate them, but we've got a back line that's absolutely tight. So,
All right, Coach, thank you for your time.
thanks.